I'm live. Hello. An impressive 3 of you waiting for me. How exciting. What's up? 3 of you. Hi, Kelly. Hi, Dirk Tank. Hi, Caitlin. I guess you are the 3 who are here. As you can see, we're, well, first of all, as you can see, we're very cozy tonight. But yeah, I saw Anna was, and I didn't see Jeremy was. That's cool. Hi, Crow, Jess. Yay, Anna's celebrating 10,000 subscribers, so that's totally awesome. And if you're a person who's watching her live stream, that's really cool. Teddy Bear is my Eagles Super Bowl championship teddy bear. He's very special because he's my Eagles Super Bowl championship teddy bear. And because he was a gift from Leroic, the guy's wedding I just went to in Australia. So we can talk about all kinds of things tonight. We can talk about Australia. We can talk about why my voice is fucked again. It's okay. It's temporary. It'll be back. How many plushie animals do you have in my apartment, or like ones from childhood that still live in my house? Because those are 2 different numbers. Are you okay? You sound dead. I refereed all weekend. It's just what happens. This is normal. This is normal for reffing, 2 solid long days. Oh, hello, Aaron. Thank you for checking in. Thank you for saying hello. The God Empress appreciates your worship, I guess. That's what this is. Anyway, so I'm drinking tea tonight because alcohol makes my voice worse when it's like this, and we all know how important my voice is. So, yeah. We can talk about why I'm tired. We can talk about all sorts of things. The world is our oyster. We have infinite things to talk about. Nulg, our favorite Nulg, asked me if there would be call-ins. There would be Skype call-ins on this conversation. And when Jesse, Jeremy, and Anna said, do you have the sound on for all of us? Because that would be totally crazy, and I love it. And you should definitely do that. Words. English. Where was I? Are you planning on seeing Venom? I am. I don't know if it's going to be good or not. Get hydrated. Working on it. I got water. I got tea. No drinking game tonight. Like I said, Noah was asking about call-ins. I said for high enough super chats, there can always be call-ins. So for high enough super chats, you guys can make requests that I may actually honor. So sound on for everyone. That must be insane. But yeah. Yeah, Venom, I don't know. I like Tom Hardy just as a rule, so I'm always excited to see him do things. I don't know if Venom will be good or not. I don't know if it's a Nessa movie we needed. But I don't know. Seems kind of weird, but it seems kind of cool. So I'll see it. Let's hope if Venom isn't good, high chance of losing MCU Spider-Man. Do we want that? Is that a thing we want? Are we not happy with MCU Spider-Man? I thought we were all like kind of down with that. Oh. Tomorrow I dig up a broken sewer pipe under a house on your belly. Wow, Jeffrey Nelson, that sounds like a lot more intense than anything I'm going to be doing with my Monday. I still want a Nick Fury movie. So, Bloodfang, did you watch the Captain Marvel trailer? Because it does seem like he's going to pull focus a lot in that film, which I'm totally fine with because, as I've said, I'm unimpressed with Brie Larson thus far as Carol Danvers. We'll see. Maybe she surprises me. I don't like her voice. It's too like squeaky and girly. It's stupid. Real superheroes. I just don't feel like real superheroes. I just don't feel like the type of woman. Oh, thanks, Kelly. She says, Madam Kelly says, I'm proud of you for drinking tea instead of the Emmy drinking game. Thanks, Kelly. This is me. Not caving into imaginary peer pressure. Hooray! And taking good care of my body. So thank you for that acknowledgement and that super chat. So no want MCU, just too drunk to type. Oh, I see. So we don't want it to be bad, and therefore I don't think it's going to jeopardize it. I think MCU Spider-Man is pretty solid. I think everyone's pretty happy mostly with that. I just had a nap, Radical Jawa, so I'll go to sleep soon. I got nowhere to be early tomorrow, so aside from like Krav Maga, I will just be awake in the evening to get my lessons. Thoughts on The Last Jedi being the #1 Blu-ray? It's not unexpected. There are still a lot of people. I mean, the thing with that one is the people who saw it and liked it were always going to buy. Star Wars is a DVD people are going to buy, or Blu-ray people are going to buy more than others. because it's one of those, I need to own the collection of it. Most movies now, if you like them, there's like Blu-ray sales are just not a huge thing anymore because you stream it, you get it on some subscription service, whatever, things like that. It's not as imperative to own the DVD in order to be able to see the movie. So first of all, people are limiting their Blu-ray purchases to movies they really, really loved and want to physically own in their house. So it doesn't exactly have a lot of competition in that spot. And as a Star Wars movie, it's one that's definitely predisposed to having high Blu-ray sales because of that, because people want to own in their collection. There are definitely people who probably didn't even care for The Last Jedi particularly much who still bought the DVD or the Blu-ray because they want to own all of the Star Wars, movies in their collection. That's just a thing. Venom is Sony, separate from MCU. Spidey, so no danger. Interesting. Yeah, so that's the thing. Black Widow deserves a movie. She does. I've said this many, many times. I don't even like Scarlett Johansson, but I freaking love her as Black Widow. I love what she does with the role. I love how she approaches it as a superhero. Should you get Wonder Woman on DVD? I mean, if you want to chip away at the Blu-ray sales for Last Jedi, and go for it. And again, it depends on how much you love that movie. Like, is that a movie you need to have in your collection? Is that a movie you need to physically own? I don't know. That's your journey. That's a personal question. It's a personal question that I can't answer. Hi, Jack Blackfire. How are you? What's up, everybody? No! What's up, Nog? Happy to have you here. I wouldn't own The Last Jedi and Blu-ray for free. I would, if only to destroy it. Thank you, Reese. I love this jersey, too. For those of you who don't know or don't care, I care. Carson Wentz came back today and played in the Eagles' ultimate victory over the Colts. It was exciting. Also, the Cowboys lost today and the Patriots lost today. So suck it, Tom Brady. Suck it, Cowboys. Sorry, Jeremy. Suck it, Jeremy. Nulg is here, 5:30. That's how much Nulg love Jesse. That is a lot of love. I don't think I love anybody that much to willingly be like, I'm going to watch you talk on the internet at 5:30 in the morning. I'd be like, screw you. I'll watch it later. R.I.P. Jeremy. Oh, what a fortuitous coincidence. The Prime Minister of Plaid has just walked into my house. And he may or may not wish to join us. I don't know. It's up to him. It's totally personal.
Are you live streaming?
Yeah, I'm live streaming. I just took a nap because last night, the Prime Minister of Plaid and I, instead of going to sleep like responsible individuals, I just found out that the new season of BoJack is out. So we drank till 3 a.m. We drank beers and watched BoJack till 3 a.m. And yes, Reese, it was a good day in football. Except for the Giants winning, but like who cares because they're still gonna suck. And again, the Redskins winning, same thing. The thing I'm least happy about, the only game I'm really like not happy about is the Rams winning. I really want them to suck. I'm very invested in them sucking because the Eagles played them in LA, and if the Rams just decide to tank and have a horrible season, those tickets are gonna be a lot cheaper. So watching Workaholics while mainly listening to you sounds like a good life choice. Kelly says, hi, Nog. Black Widow's lack of solo films on Marvel Studios split from Marvel Entertainment. Kevin Feige and ScarJo wanted one, but the head of Marvel Entertainment didn't, so Kevin Feige left. So that a Black Widow solo film could happen. Interesting. So, yes, we're maybe getting this. Perhaps, maybe. I also didn't realize that was a thing. I didn't realize that was a difference of a thing on the stuff. Also, a new Iron Fist is out, I guess, and no one seems to care except for Ivan. I'm sure Ivan cares a lot. Yeah, I don't have anyone's opinions on that yet. I can deal with the Skins and the midgets winning as long as the Cowgirls lose. Amen. I will drink tea to that statement. Anna's going to invite you to their stream. Oh, okay. Cool. That'll be complicated. I'll just keep streaming here while streaming there, I guess. It'll be fun for the whole family. Oh, okay. Yeah, why not? Let's do that. I'm gonna accept this Google Hangouts while still streaming here, and it'll just be fun. Like I said, fun for the whole family. We'll see how this. We'll find out what this button does. Strap yourselves in for some confusing stuff. It's a little fun. Just came from Anna's stream. Hi, Amit. Apparently, I'm just coming on to Anna's stream, but I'm going to keep this stream open because it'll be more fun that way. Hello, Prime Minister of Plaid. How are you?
I'm good. I think I just made a couple of friends, which is dope.
That's exciting.
Yeah.
If you met
Mandate number 3 is successful.
Yay.
Mandate number 1, 2, scary.
You tell us
3,
about the weird one. But right now, apparently, Kelly says hello.
Hello, Kelly.
Apparently, I'm accepting an invitation to also be on Anna's stream right now, which is funny because then I'm just going to be streaming in 2 places at once.
Double stream.
Maybe I shouldn't double stream. I don't know. Well, this is not opening. My Facebook's not opening, so it seems to be rejecting the double stream idea. Oh, Mia, what's up, Mia? How are you? I hope things are good. I left Anna and Jeremy because he's from Philly. Yeah, Prime Minister Platt is here, so everyone say hello to him. If you meet the Joker, what would you do? It depends what iteration of the Joker. Because like, if it was the Heath Ledger Joker, I'd probably like put it in his butt. But like, I don't know. I don't know about the other guy, fucking Jared Leto Joker. Nah. And now I have a Joaquin Phoenix Joker to look forward to. Oh, and of course, Jack Nicholson Joker. Jack Nicholson Joker will probably put it in my butt whether or not I ask him to, which I wouldn't ask him to, but he would do it anyway, is the point. So, is it weird if I do this? I feel like this is weird. Well, I'm also, you know what? Before I just like join Anna's live stream, I'm just gonna let her know, hey, I'm currently streaming on my channel. Yay. All right. Sorry. We're just people texting right now. Anyway. Oh, someone I know got a callback for the second round of Stand Up NBC's comedy contest. Hooray for you. That guy's got really good hair. Boop. Thank you, Hamster Snake. I got poked in the nose by Hamster Snake. Yay. Wait, Nulg, you've never met the Prime Minister of Plaid before?
I'm sorry, what?
Nulg, you've met Nulg before because he was here. Because Nulg, you were here on the 12-hour one, and so was Prime Minister of Plaid.
But only in the later part.
He's not a hipster. He's just from Boston.
Hey.
It's like the same thing but different.
Whole city of hipsters.
It's just like we hate them, but for different reasons. Patriots lost today, so suck it.
I know. Actually, I was watching it.
Yeah, I was watching it.
The game was on at the bar that I was at, which was pretty dope.
Nice. I mean, it's the only Sunday night game, so.
There's a place called the Blue Dog.
Yeah, Blue Dog Beer Tavern.
And
lots of beers.
One of the guys I met is from Mass. He's actually from Springfield.
Gross.
And he's like, "Hey, this place is fucking awesome. It's like the hub. Like this is the New England hideout, and like there's always ESPN showing New England games." He's like, "We don't have Nesson out here, but like it's close enough."
It's definitely not like a New England bar, though. They definitely have a cheesesteak on the menu where they get an Omarosa roll for it. So
no, I mean like it's not like
that automatically qualifies as a Philly bar.
All right, whatever. It's a Philly bar that happens to show New England sports, and that's all I cared about.
Okay, I mean literally every bar was going to be showing that game tonight because it's the Sunday night game. So sports, I know things about them. Hey, I want to hear about your Bizarro mandate that went gross.
Oh, last night?
Yeah.
Actually, funnily enough, that's like tonight, I met a guy that works for the guy I met last night.
How does the guy you met tonight feel about the guy you works for?
So the guy I met last night it wasn't inherently like he's not a bad person, but he is a thoroughbred businessman. So like he started his own IT company in high school and it did well. Then he went to college, ran another business, and then he's just been making and running companies his whole life.
That's a long time.
And so I'm talking to him, and he's the CEO of this TV streaming service here in LA. And the whole conversation, like we're going over all the things that I've been doing here in LA, who I've been meeting with, what deals I've been doing, like all the business stuff that I've been doing. And he's like, nope, this X, Y, and Z is wrong. Like here's how you're doing it wrong. and he's giving me coaching on like how to be. He called it his like negotiating strategies and general business strategies, and he's recommending books to read about on better. And I'm like, I recognize some of these books, and he's telling me like, no. Long story short, he was upset that there are ways that you can be manipulative in a conversation to leverage advantage over the other person, to always get more, to always get what you want, to always be in power over this other person and take as much as possible.
Yep.
And he's like, that's how you do good business. And he's not wrong, but I also hate that behavior. I think that's like the worst thing you could do as a human is to purposefully put yourself over others. And that's like just how he lives his life. And so the whole night was just him just coaching me on how to be more manipulative, coaching me on how to get more for myself, coaching me on how I should be taking a better advantage of the situation I'm in. And more so to the point, informing me on like the stuff that the people I've been dealing with, like I'm telling him, like, he's like, well, what do the other people do? And he's telling me like, oh, I don't know. Like, so this is how they were manipulating you. This is how they got one up on you. This is how they got more out of it. Like, these were the strategies they were employing, X, Y, and Z, and you laid it out. And I was like, oh shit, that is exactly what they did. And he's like, yeah, these are common business practices in negotiation. It's you provide a lot of yes questions to lead them in a positive way, and then you turn it around so that they feel obligated to perform. Or you can paint them into a corner using like these verbal tactics and blah blah blah. And I was like, oh man, this just all sounds awful. And he's like, well, no, it's this is kind of the game that everyone plays, and either like you're in it, like you don't want to bring a knife to a gunfight. You have to come and also have these strategies, and it's just who's better at it. That's negotiations.
Yeah.
And so it was discomfiting. It discomfited me to hear all these things that have been happening around me that I was unaware of. It was like, made me like kind of feel paranoid, and then I also was made to feel uncomfortable because I realized this is how this guy lives his life. These mantras, these behaviors, these theories, these opinions and philosophies, they're no longer limited to the scope of his business acumen. This is everything he does in his life. He explained, like he told me how like he negotiated a free month of rent in his new apartment here in Sherman Oaks. He told me about like basically his wife divorced him because he couldn't turn it off, and he was always just edging her in like their lives.
Dude, if you're edging and you're never letting them climax, that's just weird.
Wicked. But no, he's just like how he'd always be, even though they're married and they're partners, he would constantly be making her like he would be taking advantage of the situation.
That's
and it's he and I was like, well, what do you do? And he's like, well, I don't actually do anything for fun. I just run my business. Like that's what I do 24/7.
That's
and
I
it's
like that.
It's just this is his whole like. There's nothing wrong with it in his mind because this is his life.
I try like the thing is, I understand and respect all of those things, and I actually kind of enjoy doing them, but I also definitely need to turn it off. Like,
so that's what made me kind of like, that's when I came home, I was like, yeah, this guy scares me, is because I realized that he can't turn it off. Like, I don't want to be friends with this guy because
he's just always going to
You're right. He did give good,
leveraging you.
He was right. He gave good advice. But yeah, I have no faith that anything he ever did for me. Like he even said it in the bar. He's like, yeah, I'm fine with giving you all this advice and stuff because I don't have like a horse in this race. I don't have a horse in your life.
But he just sounds.
But it sounds like if I am entangled with him for a prolonged period of time, if I ever do have to go into anything with him, yeah, he's just gonna fuck me.
Just sounds like he's inherently selfish and a bit of an egotist. On top of all of his business acumen, etc. That's unfortunate.
That's like as a person, he kind of scared me.
Yeah,
and I was like, all right, like I really appreciate your time. I just, I don't want to see you again.
Yeah, no, that's fair. That's weird, uncomfortable, and unpleasant though. I had somebody today be like, "Can I give you some coaching feedback?" It's a friend of mine who was reffing while I was coaching, and I was like, "Sure," and he was like, "Don't say as many words," and I was like, "That's the worst coaching advice I've ever heard." Like, make it simpler, especially at their age. It's the worst coaching advice. Okay, rant time. Rant time is now, okay? Buckle up, guys. If you wanted Jesse to get into it, we're getting into it. So I coach fencing. I coach these two. I coach a lot of people. And I coach these two adorable little children's. Joe and Joe. We're just gonna call them. There's a boy Joe and a girl Joe. Because I don't want. spoil their identities. It's probably not a big deal. But Joe and Joe. So, Boy Joe is like your classic 8-year-old. He's a little spacey and flighty, and he's not all that great with a sword because he's 8. So he doesn't really focus on his lessons. He doesn't really work that hard. He comes to tournaments and he wants to do well, but he just hasn't put in the work to do it. So he kind of flaps and flails around everywhere. But like he knows stuff. He understands what he should be doing. And now, again, he's also really spacey and really hard to keep him focused. So actually, the more things you say to him, the better he is at doing things. Like if you just say one thing, you're like, Josiah, do that. He's like, duh, and he doesn't know what it is. You have to like remind him and explain to him and keep on him. And that constant nagging presence is what keeps him focused and keeps him present in the game. Because the thing that I do when I coach is I tailor my coaching to my students. I love you too, Jaminatrix. I tailor my coaching to my students. I say what I need to say for the students I have. There are some students that all I need to say, especially if things are going right, is good job, keep going, or it's okay, focus up, next touch, or what comes next, or be aggressive. Like, that's fine. But Josiah needs that. I just said his name. Well, who cares? You don't know who he is. It's not really a big deal. It's just, I'm extra precautious because of the minors. So Boy Joe, needs that. He needs that. Now, Girl Joe, she's 8. She's teeny tiny. Everyone's like, what is she, 6? No, she's 8 because you have to be at least 8 to be in these competitions anyway, or 7. But she's teeny tiny. But she's brilliant. She knows what's up. She understands the game. So she and so when I talk to her, when I coach her on the strip, I can be advanced with her. I don't have to be like, okay, Jolene, do this next. It's terrible at tracking people's identities.
You really are.
Okay, do this next, do that next, do this next, do that next. Like, I don't need. It's more. I can be more than that. I can be like, all right, well, this just happened. So what do you learn from that? What are you going to do? Remember to do this thing or do that thing. And she can handle that much information. I can give her options. I can give her multiple things, and she can process and handle that and make her own decisions because she's 8, but she's freaking brilliant. Okay, so now for the real. So that right there, I was like, that's really just really dumb advice because I tailor my coaching to my students, and these 2 particular students need verbiage. So. Now, the thing that drives me up a fucking wall, like I said, Girl Joe is teeny tiny. She is fast. She is capable. She is working on being stronger. That's what she needs to do. She needs to be strong so her hand can be fast. Nulg is here, Jaminatrix. Nulg is here. He is here for you somewhere. But yeah, so I am so fucking sick of referees treating her like she's 2 years old. Using the little kitty gloves of like, all right, you need to do this. This is how, like, explaining to her how to test and salute before and after a bout. Like, that's basic shit. This is her 4th or 5th tournament now, and she has medaled in almost all of her tournaments, by the way, because she's a badass. So it's just like, stop condescending to her. She's not 2. You don't talk to the kid who wins the pool that way. Don't talk to Joe that way, because in another few freaking months, she's gonna be the goddamn kid who wins the pool. As soon as she works up that arm strength enough that she can do her parries a little faster and hold her tip back when she needs it and make those faster changes, she's gonna be an amazing freaking fencer. Amazing. So. And she clearly understands high-level tactics already. So stop talking to her. Both of the okay, Blind Lobster, that's a good question. We'll get to that. But stop freaking talking to her like she doesn't know stuff. And I swear, the next person, I'm gonna kick in the nuts the next person who does the whole like, come here, Joe, and makes her stand while they prop up a saber to see which one's taller. She's taller than the freaking saber. No, it's not by much. Yes, it's hilarious for you how not much taller than the saber she is. Guess who it's not hilarious to? Her! She's a fencer. She's an athlete. She's here to do her damn job. She doesn't need to be made a spectacle out of just because you think it's so cute how short she is. Great. Call her adorable. Say it's so cute. Say all that. That's great. Just the whole, like 3 different times today. Let's see if she's taller than the saber.
She's 8.
Stop. Chill. Jesus. It's so fucking annoying. Treat her like a person, not like a teddy bear.
She's an 8-year-old.
You have to meet this 8-year-old. If you did this shit to Josiah, no problem. No problem. Boy Joe, fine. Do whatever you want. He's a little bumbly 8-year-old. Jolene is not a baby.
But I mean, does she look like a baby?
She does.
Do these referees know her well? Do they have a history with her?
They are starting to.
Okay, but did they
It's just-
before?
I would never do that to any youth fencer, period, anyway.
You wouldn't, but most people
Because I'm not an idiot!
most people see a little kid and they're like, "Oh, a little kid, I'll treat this person like a little kid."
Which is stupid and the worst way to treat little kids. I talk to all children. I talk to babies like they're grown-ups. That's weird. I just hate babies. No, I talk to kids like they're people. I don't talk to kids like they're spectacles or toys or objects for my amusement. I talk to them like they're fucking people, because when I was that age, the thing I hated the most was when people treated me like I was a baby. People be like, "Oh, pat, you're so cute." Like, I'm a person. And I am mature enough at this age to be aware of and understand the fact that I'm a person, and I like to be treated like a person, not like something that's put on this earth for your fucking amusement.
I feel like most little kids want to be treated like little kids.
Not Jolene.
How could they know that before they meet her? And if she is such a mature little kid, when they do that, does she ever voice like,
first of all,
"Hey, I don't really appreciate that"?
She makes faces. She makes these killer faces, and if you happen to notice her face, you're like, "Oh, this girl is gonna die right now," and it's hilarious.
Well,
she makes faces. She rolls her eyes. She makes it very, very clear that she's not amused.
does she stand?
But it's also like literally three people did it like practically in a row. Like they saw someone else do it, and then they also did it. Also, that's just a stupid, obnoxious thing that's not funny.
It is, but to me, it's no different than like, do you have any exceptionally tall friends?
Yeah,
Fencers, super tall people.
Hmm.
I have a friend of mine is 6'5".
Yeah.
And I watch every party I've taken him to. Everyone's like, "Oh, wow, you're real tall," or "How tall are you?" Like, if people just ask how tall he is. There's some physical traits you have that, for some reason, humankind can't get over.
What,
if
Kelly?
You're super tall,
what?
Or you're a super young-looking child.
Oh,
people are gonna do
I think
shit
Kelly's
like
just
that.
supporting what I said. There's a difference in talking to a kid like they're a kid and talking down to a kid. I agree 100%. And that's what I see more often than not, is people talking down to kids. And it's stupid. Like, also, yes, it happens to tall people all the time. That doesn't mean it's not fucking annoying. My people make up stupid puns about my last name that they think I've never heard before. They make up stupid fencing ones they think I've never heard before. Guess what? I've heard them all. They're stupid. They're not amusing. You're not cute. Like, have the wherewithal. And this is my thing. This speaks to the greater condition of humans in general. What? No, it's separate. People make puns on my name. People make fencing puns.
Oh, okay, that makes more sense. And I was like, what?
My last name is Milestone. Where have you been? Anyway. Baby talking kids is the dumbest insult to their intelligence. Thank you. I think it stems to the greater question. When you're one of those assholes who's like, "Oh, how tall are you?" or "Oh, how's the weather up there?" or like, "Oh my God, you're so small, you're so cute," that just demonstrates your complete lack of awareness of other people's conditions and experiences. Because if you see that thing and you're like, "This is the most obvious thing I thought of," if you have any concept of life outside of yourself, you're aware that because it is the most obvious thing, 5,000 people before you have probably said that. And people tell you you have no idea what you want or who you love because you're a kid. Yes, right? How much did we all hate that when adults were like, "You don't know what you want. You don't know what's best for you." Are they right? A lot of the times, yes, they are. Does it still suck to hear it? Yes, we don't want to hear that shit. It's not. And sometimes they're not right. That's the whole thing, is sometimes they're not right. And the biggest thing is all kids go through those things and make those decisions. So they're rarely right in that moment. If you, as a child, a teenager, or whatever, feel very strongly about something like that, right? And you have an adult, a person in your life, you're like, "You don't know what you want. You don't know what's best for you." You're not going to learn it by someone saying that shit. You're going to learn it by living your life and making those decisions and figuring it out. And maybe at that particular moment in time, when you are that age, at that level of maturity, maybe that is the thing that's best for you. Maybe that is a learning experience you need. I know it's not what you're saying, but
I was going to say, like, we're not talking about arranging, these aren't arranged marriages.
No.
We're talking about adults who go up to a little kid that they've never met, and they don't know like what to say, so they want to come up with an icebreaker, and they just think of the most topical thing they could think of. "Hey, wow, you're really small." "Yes, I know I'm really small." "Well, I just wanted to make a joke about it to like engage in a polite, normal way." You're right. They could treat them like an adult. And you know how adults treat each other when they don't have icebreakers? They stand quietly and politely. Maybe they'll make a passing comment about the event that they're at.
okay. If you're a referee dealing with fencers who are adults, just treat them the same fucking way. I check my Y10 pools in the way I check in my Div 1 pools, with a slightly more explanation. But
well, so it's when you have two adults, okay, there's great. When you have a little kid, more often than not, little kids are stressed.
Where's pronounced often?
What did I say?
Often.
Yeah, more often than not.
Thank you.
What did I say?
You said often.
Oh, yeah. More often. Yeah, I just say Anyway, no, not even more often than it is more often than not.
It's more often. The word is always pronounced often.
No, often.
No, it's often. The
No,
word is always
It's more
pronounced.
often.
Isn't false.
There's a T in it.
Do you say soften?
No.
Soft, soften. Oft, often.
Listen. We'll agree to disagree.
No, there is no agree to disagree on this one. No, this is important to me too.
I'm not letting you detract in the
I
conversation.
am making a meant to offend video about this because this is important to me too. This is not an agree to disagree. This is an acceptance of ignorance. This is the reason why words like irregardless are in the dictionary. It is not often. It is often.
Look, regardless of your opinion on how things are said, I'm going to say often the way I've always said often. So more often than not, kids, you look at a little kid and you're like, okay, there's like a 10% chance this kid's mature, coherent, and well put together, and I can respect them as an adult. There's a 90% chance that if I come at them so cold, they're stressed, they're panicky, they're going to start crying or something. I am willing to offend 10% of kids and take 100% success of not making a kid cry.
I have checked in many, many Y10 pools, probably many, many more than you, and I treat them like professional adults and ice break with them the same way I ice break with other people, and they are fine.
Look, I'm not going to challenge that at
I'm
all.
just like, they're
because I don't even referee.
I know.
refereed like 5 events.
But so here's the point, though. Here's the point, though, is that it's not like just any kid. It's not like you're walking onto a playground being like, hello, youngster, how are you today? You're dealing with fencers. Fencers, yes, end up athletes competing in an individual sport at that age, at that level, because it's an RYC, too. It's not like a local event. If it's a local event where it's just like, oh, this is a regional event where points are on the line. And I love it. If a parent comes up to me and says, this is my kid's first event, or you can kind of see it in some kids' faces. They have absolutely no idea what's going on. I use context clues. I can understand when a kid needs to be handled with kid gloves. I get that. I understand that I'm not a monster.
Well, let's flip. All right, I'll give you the benefit of the doubt, and I'll flip it around. 90% of the kids are mature, coherent, well put together. 10% aren't. A lot of people, including myself, I'm not willing to take that 1% chance that I'm going to make a kid cry at a fencing event. Because even if it's a 1 in 1,000 chances, when you're that guy that made a kid cry, you're that guy that made a kid cry.
If you're making a kid cry at a fencing event, you're doing more than just treating them like a normal adult and checking them in. Because like I said, I've done that with all my Y10 pools. I have yet to have a kid burst into tears because I didn't go, hey, sweetie, how are you doing? Let me hold your hand and talk to you in the sing-song voice and walk you through this process. Never had that. Never had that be a thing. Because, by the way, that's not my fucking job. The coach's job, the parent's job is to make sure the kid is prepared for the event that they're at and to understand how it proceeds. I'm happy to remind them of those rules. I'm happy to explain to them if it looks like there's been a failure in their education and no one else has done that before. If I say something, they stare at me blankly, I'm happy to do that. I'm also not going to insult their intelligence by over-explaining to them things they already know. Which is why if I'm not sure, I'll ask, do you understand what's happening? Great. Okay, cool. Moving on. I'm going to treat these people like they're adult fucking people. I'm drinking tea.
I'm not.
So yeah, I just don't see a reason that I have to be like, pat, cute child, la 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 la. And like I don't even mind the people who are like, oh, you're so cute. Oh my God, you're so adorable. I don't care. It's just this like, it's the treating her like she has no idea what she's doing. And it's the measuring the saber thing. They just drive me up a wall. And the other part of the treating her like she has no idea what she's doing is they take this approach with her. You have no idea what you're doing. And they do not give her the benefit of the doubt in a bout. They call shit against her because they're like, oh, she didn't do that on purpose. When yes, she absolutely fucking did. She did absolutely do that thing on purpose because she knows how to fucking fence. And she loses touches sometimes because referees just can't accept this tiny, adorable little child that they've approached and treated like she's some sort of novelty item could possibly be a competent fencer. It's not fucking fair to her. She works her ass off. Guarantee she works harder than most of those kids. She takes 2 lessons to answer the person's question before. Does Jolene want to be there? Does my lady Joe want to fence? Yes, she does. When I say I ask her, do you want to do this tournament? She says yes. She was up today in the pools and we were running on multiple strips. So she defends 2 bouts in a row. And the ref was like, oh, are you okay to stay up for a bout? And I was like, yeah, she's fine. He's like, oh, I need to hear from her. And so he goes to her like, or do you need a break or do you want to do another? And she just looks at me, she's like, another. Yes, I will fence another bout because I fucking know what I'm doing and I'm happy to stand here and keep fencing and like I don't need to be treated.
I hear refs ask that question of adults all the time.
No, it's a fine question. I'm not saying it's a wrong question to ask, but my point is that so someone was like, do they want to be there or not? Like she wants to be there. She wants to be there. She wants to be fencing. She is asking to be fencing. She was the one who asked her mom for more lessons. So we were doing once a week. Now we're doing twice because she wanted more lessons because she's a badass.
Your bias aside, do you think she loses more touches to bad refs than anyone else?
I have
the average because on average, fencers, you lose touches to bad refs. That just happens to everybody. So do you think, I'm just asking you, if you can put your bias aside of how upset you are about how she's treated in general, for whatever reasons, do you think she's losing appreciably more than the average fencer to bad touches?
It depends on the
calls?
referee, but sometimes yes. I have also seen her now, like, to be fair, on occasion, I have seen her get the benefit of the doubt because she's so tiny. Oh, she made her best try at an attack, and she gets a sign. Well, that probably should have been against her. But for the most part, hi, the rookie critic. Got back from vacation in Ohio, catching him in videos. What's going on tonight? You seem angry. I am angry. I'm talking about.
She's always angry.
My
charm.
little fencer Jo. She's this tiny little saber fencer, and she is a total badass. And it just drives me crazy when people treat her like she's an idiot or like you know what she's doing. No, I have seen pointedly. The thing is that there's losing touches to bad reffing, and there's losing touches when you see exactly why they lost the touch, and it's a worse reason than usual. Like, I made a mistake, or I didn't call this action. Like, yes, that sucks. It's annoying. But it's very difficult as a coach to stand there and realize, oh, you called that touch. Like, this happened a few tournaments ago. Like, you called that touch against her because even though your fencer made a mistake, you didn't think my fencer did that on purpose. You think that she was just bouncing in place and not purposely making an awesome move to pull the other fencer short and then taking over as soon as he did, which is exactly what she did because she's all the freaking time. She's amazing at that. Like, she can make me fall short if she wants to. Well, I can reach her down. But anyway, so yeah. So I've watched her lose touches because she'll make an action and maybe it'll be like a little bit sloppy, but she'll clearly have been executing a thing. And they'll just be like, yeah, that's not what she was trying to do. And she'll lose the touch.
I mean, it just reminds me of the advice, the most useless advice I ever got, but it's the only advice I ever got on the subject from Taro. Is like, oh, you try to do something clever and the ref dropped the ball because the ref sucks or they underestimate you or whatever. Just, you have, in that case, compensate. Be more clear in your actions. Maybe don't make someone fall short by like a centimeter. Make them fall short by a foot.
Yeah, but then if you make them fall short by a foot, you're giving them time to take an action.
You're 100% right, but you have to account for something. And now you did the cost-benefit analysis of compensating for your opponent's skill versus your referee's lack thereof.
And I agree with that, and that's how I usually fence. But now, like, back to the point, she is only 8, and she is only new at the game. You gotta
make up your mind. Is she going to be an 8-year-old, or is she a competent, mature fencer?
She is a competent, mature fencer who is a beginner.
Yeah.
So she hasn't learned those things yet, and she's not able to do it. So yes, the fact that she is not relevant. The point of that she is still a new fencer to competition who is still learning these things, and that's what's difficult when you have a new fencer who. And that's the hardest part. I've had this with other fencers who are older as well, who are in that situation. And it's trying to explain to them, you have to make the action more clearly. But they get frustrated. Actually, the older they are, the more frustrated they are. They're like, but I did the thing. I did the thing I was supposed to do, and I don't know why I wasn't rewarded. And I've seen that happen with Jolene too, where she'll make an action, she'll make the action correctly, she doesn't get the touch on it, so then she doesn't do that touch again, even though that's like the tactic she needs to use to win the bout. But she's afraid to do it again because the ref punished her for doing it before, doing it correctly. So now she's like, well, I'm not going to do that again. I'm like, yes.
That's really smart on her part to make that you aware of that.
It is, however, there needs to be the interim of like, you still need to be able to work that touch. And that's also, again, like if that's it, if that's the only solution is I literally can't do that touch at all, that is so fucking unfair to the fencer and that referee should be shot. Like, you can't. There are just some instances, I've seen it happen to fencers. I've seen it happen where it's like, you literally can't do anything because, oh, the referee took away your attack, your long attack, because they misperceive an attack. This happened to a fencer in our club how long ago. They were misseeing an attack no in the action. So it's like, you're not doing a mistake. There's nothing you could possibly do to make it clear. The ref is just not giving you that action. And it's kind of a big deal. If you're a saber fencer and you lose your long attack, you're kind of fucked.
No, it's true. And like, again, I guess like in that case, it's just learn not to be like, I guess, a one-trick pony. I watched a fencer I happen to really enjoy, Ian, what was Ian's last name? Anyways, so for the purpose of anonymity and not me forgetting his last name, this guy at a tournament is Ian. I made friends with him, and I felt wicked bad for him because he lost one of his pool bouts because he was like a one-trick long march attack pony. That's what he did. All he could do is the long march attack. And he just got a referee who was like, I think you're stopping. I don't know what a march is. You stopped. You lost your forward momentum. It's not your right away. All these attacks aren't going. And so he's like, I can't march attack anymore because this guy. And he lost his pull bout for it. But like that happens. That's part of fencing.
Yep. It's a shitty part of fencing.
It's a shitty part of fencing, but like you can't. I don't know. I feel like you can't rail against it. You just have to accept it and try to adapt. And it sucks if you're new, but like that's part of learning the game, just as learning anything else.
So as a person who's been a referee for a million years, that's a yes and no. It's like, yes, you have to accept it at a certain level, but also at the same time, you have the right to ask for better. You know, like you have the right to, and that's something as a coach for me. I learned defense as a teenager. That's something for me where I, as a coach, will talk to referees and I'll let them know, because this is a thing and things like that, that when a coach talked to me, or a coach who knew what they were talking about talked to me, if I had reason to believe they knew what they were talking about and they were talking at me, I should listen.
That makes you a good referee.
I know. I'm aware of that. And a lot of younger referees who start when they're younger, and especially female referees, you have to. As a female referee, if you don't listen, if you don't stand there and let a bunch of angry Russian men scream at you and tell you everything you did wrong, you're not going to advance. It's part of the game. It's a stupid part of the game, but it's part of the game. So now I'm in the position now where I'm coaching some of the time, and I'm watching referees and sometimes not having a horse in the goddamn race, and coming up to them afterwards and it's I'm just getting the other side of this perspective too, and telling a referee, be like, hey, just so you know, this is a thing that was happening, and they'll get into it with like, oh, well, that's not what I saw, and I'm like, well, you're wrong. Like I don't know what else to tell you. So I did not really understand where coaches come from, where they're like, look, I'm honestly trying to help you. And I know a few, like one of my friends, Will Becker, he's known for being kind of a hothead, and he can be, but he's rarely coming up to you being like, if he comes up to you and he's like, I'm telling you this because I want to help you improve, you should fucking listen to him, because that's what he's doing. And there are a lot of coaches that when they say that, when they actually get into no, I'm actually telling you this because I want to help you be better at what you're doing, they honestly do. They're like, you're reffing, I'm coaching, I'm going to have to deal with you. I would like us to be on the same page. So, and if they're a good enough coach that understands the game, they're telling you good things. They're telling you how to fucking do it. So why wouldn't you just listen? You know, why wouldn't you? And like, what is the fucking harm in listening? Now, yeah, it takes a certain amount of fly, Eagles, fly. Thanks, JR. Carson Wentz is back. It's very exciting. But it does take you have to have a good constitution of character to be able to listen to somebody and be like, okay, thank you. I'm sorry if I was messing that up. I'll look for it next time.
It's hard. It is. You're 100% right. It's hard to find. Like, most people can, but there is a minority of people who just can't handle any kind of criticism, good or otherwise, and they don't respect authority. And I'm going to agree with you right now. Mm-hmm. Those are the shittiest fucking human beings, and they shouldn't be fucking refereeing at all.
Unfortunately, a lot of them are.
And that is a god fucking awful truth.
Yeah.
Like, it's great point. I don't ref because I know I'm not good at it, and I also know I'm not willing to put in the time to get better at it. I refed a few events. I had a lot of coaches come to me and like they gave me all good advice, and I listened, and it was good for like that event. But I was just like, it made me really appreciate it. I'm like, wow, like I understand this on the strip, and I understand this when the coach next to me. Yeah. Watching other people do it and reproducibly and accurately call it, there's a huge amount of work I'm gonna have to put into that alone. And I'm like, I'm not gonna do it. Like it's, I could think that I'm going to, I could want to, but realistically, it's not gonna happen. Yeah. And so that's why I was like, all right, I'm not gonna do it anymore. But there's a minority of people who are just fucking pig-headed, proud, douchebag, awful people that need to be shot. And you're 100% right for getting fucking annoyed, irritated, and screaming at them. I'll agree with you. Let's take them out back and burn them alive. But
fun thing, by the way. Side note. Or did you have more?
I'm good. I'm good.
Okay. There's more. I don't want to stop you because there's a coach or referee rather who started revving like a season and a half ago and inexplicably has a very high rating now and is going to do international cadet events this year. Inexplicably. So I'm going to be stuck in Bulgaria with him and this other referee who also really doesn't like this guy. I'm kind of excited for him. I'm just very excited to ignore him. And it's not just petty. It's not just the petty thing. It's not just, I'm going to ignore you because I hate you. It's straight up like, you are part of an obnoxious clique of referees who all gossip and are shitty. And I don't want you being around me because I don't want my business being repeated to those people. And at the same time, it's like, yeah, you've been shitty to me all year. You well, I'm sorry, when it comes time to go to dinner, you think we're going to include you? When was the last time you invited us out to dinner? I don't think so. I don't think you get the benefit of, we're the Americans. No, fuck you. I'm going to find that cute Italian referee and go to dinner with him instead. But yeah, so, yeah, point point being, no, he's one of those too where like if I doesn't matter if I'm reffing, coaching, whatever, if I come to him and I give him feedback, he talks to me like I'm a piece of shit. I'm a piece of shit who doesn't know anything. Until the second that like I'm his video referee, and then oh my god, thank you so much. Like I just want to stab him in his stupid face. Like we started out as friends. He started out super respecting me. I started out being like one of the people he looked up to in this goddamn sport, and now he treats me like garbage. Proper Jeremy, thank you for the autograph. You are welcome, Proper Jeremy. I'm glad you received it. Australia was great. I'm about to eat some Australian candy because I can. But yeah, so
on an unrelated note, I know a lot of people are against it, but I'm so for it. Can we talk about how great it is that video reffing is coming to fencing?
Nobody is against it.
Okay.
Nobody is against video replay.
I'm super excited about it, and I'm glad everyone else is too.
We've had that at NAX for like a million years now.
Okay.
I don't want you to know that. No, it's super exciting. Yeah. Yeah, no, pretty much in point events, you have it from the 16s on. Yeah. Take a
I want this one that says Freddy.
Okay, eat Freddy. He sounds delicious.
Anyways, yeah, so the more video reffing, the better. I think it's awesome. I think it's great on all levels.
Oh, it's awesome. It's super cool because it's like you have it's like in football where you get challenges basically. You have a second ref who's on the video just to help make sure your refs don't fuck up as much. Which is great on both sides of the things because it makes fencers feel more secure that they're gonna get a fair bout. It's also it's really, really good because it means you can it's easier to develop referees. You don't have this thing of like, ooh, we're gonna put this ref in a bout over his head and he might succeed or he might fuck it up. You can comfortably put a ref out there with a strong ref behind him and have it be like, okay, we're gonna put you out here, you have a video referee, if all goes to hell, you have recourse. You know, you have someone you can go to, you have something you can check on. And it actually just makes you as a referee feel more confident in the bout too. You're like, oh, I can just make the calls because I have a fallback, I have a safety net. You tend to just relax and do that better. Hey, the Aussie went to Australia. How did she survive the giant spiders? By staying the fuck away from them and actually not encountering any of them. 7 a.m. and I'm still awake. I don't understand a thing you guys say. Nice night, Luna. Hi, Catpool. Oh, well, I see you. We have Carson Wentz. We're very excited about Carson Wentz. I'm excited about Carson Wentz.
Who's Carson Wentz?
He was quarterback.
Oh.
He just returned from a long injury. So today was his first game since last season.
Oh.
No, it's very exciting. And we won. Hi, Starbet. I noticed you. You're welcome. Power down time. Sorry, Gapple. I've been on my rant horse, my rant pony. Thanks, Kelly. Gee, I wonder who got this for me. This jersey was a birthday present from Madam Kelly last year. Thank you, Kelly. I liked it a lot.
You didn't get me a jersey last year.
Where to start? Should we begin with the you don't give a shit about football? Or the Kelly didn't know you existed last year?
I think that it's important to give really loaded statements that involve a lot of unpacking.
Fair.
I have a theory about our president.
Go for it.
I think that somewhere along the trail, some little voice in his head told him he's going to win. But he had already committed treason, and so he's going to get put away really quick. So instead, what he did is he just said, I'm going to commit as many crimes as possible so that when the investigation happens, it'll take as long as possible. So maybe it'll work out for him.
Seems reasonable.
Yeah.
I like that.
So actually, by being an even bigger criminal, he really is just stalling.
He's like leaving a million red herrings everywhere.
Yeah.
Like, look, there's that thing and that thing and that thing.
These aren't even red herrings. Like these are, they're all crimes.
They're regular herrings.
And it's just like it just is taking Mueller so long to wrap up the special counsel because he literally has to go. Like he's like, there's this, and they're like, okay, how long is it going to take for you to read this list? About a year. It's bought him a ton of time.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah.
Don't go away. No, come here, come. I grabbed him and he burped.
I like him. Hey, did you know Han likes anime?
No.
Yeah.
Was it violent anime?
It was violent anime.
He likes violent. He likes violent movies.
Typically, like hang out with me and watch TV with me, But today I was watching the Berserk trilogy,
Okay.
and he just sat and watched the whole goddamn thing with me.
Dope.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, he really likes violent things. So
It's an incredibly violent show.
yeah, he likes war movies and like scary movies and stuff.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Limbo, whenever I put on a scary movie, likes to sit in a really creepy position and stare at you creepily because he's a creep.
He just kept headbutting me until he sat him out and I fed him.
Catpool, that was Lando. That was the appearance of Lando. I think the Captain Marvel movie might lose money if they continue what they're doing. I really don't think we haven't ever mentioned to say that right now. I think everyone's getting kind of crazy and conflating Brie Larson and her personal stances with Captain Marvel, the character. So, yeah.
What are they doing in the Captain Marvel movie that's different or weird?
It's a 90s period piece. Brie Larson plays Carol Danvers. So we're gonna get some Nick Fury origin stuff. Like I said, the teaser trailer was very, very unrevealing. Now Brie Larson looks very boring in it. But yeah, so were the arson. Exactly, you got it. I mean, you got it. Like she came out at some point. She had this whole little like thing where she was like, "I don't care what men think about stuff. I don't care about men's opinions on anything because men's opinions aren't men." You know, she's married to a white man, so that's funny. I
mean, well, many people are married to white men.
I just think that you kind of lose a certain standing point, a certain standing ground to bitch about toxic masculinity and how terrible the white man is if you married one, you know? Oh, but mine is different. Like, okay. So then you get into he might be, absolutely, but then you get into the fundamental purpose, which is that, yes, humans should be dealt with on a case-by-case, not blanketed into generic groups as a whole. And that's one of my issues with the social justice warriors. One of my bazillions of issues with social justice warriors is they treat every individual person like they're the worst version of the worst stereotype of their group. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So it's because everyone was telling her to smile. Well, okay. The thing with the smile thing is actually kind of funny to me because it wasn't like people were telling her to smile. I'm sure. My guess, if it's like give it that much credit, because everybody knows that it's really obnoxious when everyone tells a woman to smile. But my guess is it was less to do with the fact of like you should smile because it'll make you prettier, and more to do with the fact like you should try smiling because it'll be a different facial expression than the one you had in every single shot in the Captain Marvel teaser trailer. Like that's yeah. It wasn't a thing of like smile because you're prettier when you smile, which is a terrible and annoyingly obnoxious thing to say to a person.
Also, Captain Marvel isn't like a grim dark hero or anything. Captain Marvel is a pretty happy-go-lucky fucking hero.
Yeah, I mean I don't know much about the Carol Danvers iteration of Captain Marvel.
Like in the comics, Captain Marvel was happy.
Okay.
Captain Marvel was excited to be here, was exploring the world, and thought humans were just fucking great.
Well, this Captain Marvel appears to be suffering from PTSD and traumatized in some ways, and
right out of the DC universe.
Yeah.
But yeah,
this is not even DC, so
I know that's the point.
Yeah.
DC universe is doing bad.
They do bad.
So they think maybe she'll do bad. She's behaving like a DC hero.
Carol Danvers is a terrible character in the comics. I can't speak to that. People literally photoshopped several shots of the trailer with just her smiling. Really, though? Or is it all the same shot? Because, like, I don't recall her smiling at all in the trailer. Yeah. No, I thought she was wooden, and she gets serious when you're saving the world. She looks boring. She looks boring in the role.
You're boring.
She looks boring in the role. I didn't care about the facial expression thing. Everyone's harping about different things. I cared about the fact that she seems boring and that the one like standout line she had where she's like, "I'm not who you think I am," makes her sound more like her dark secret is that she's like a Playboy bunny after hours rather than like she's an ass-kicking superhero.
Anytime I hear someone say that, I just think they're actually boring.
Oh, they photoshopped them to make her smile. That's funny. That's just funny. I don't care. That's funny. Act like that. There are personal politics all over the place. I don't remember anybody seeing the movie. I mean, that's fair. Like, honestly, that's okay. Actually, that's stupid logic. Her salary is not based on how much money the movie makes. That's not how actor salaries work. So.
What about Arnie and Twins?
What about what?
What about Arnie and Twins?
What's that?
But he didn't take a salary. He had his entire payment based on the royalties from the film.
Okay, so that guy made his money based on how the film did. But yeah, no, an actor's salary is not based off of how well a movie does, and the ticket you buy to see that movie does not go to Brie Larson. So that's a dumb reason not to see the movie. So there you go. That's all. I don't have to think about her because she's a pig. Nothing's wrong. Yeah, well, that's the whole point. Like we haven't seen a whole lot. Yeah, I haven't seen a whole lot. I'm uninspired. I'm noticing this trend too of like we're having the voiceover of this commercial be not the main character. Like it used to be when you were introducing a new character, the voiceover was that character. You know, you were like, I mean, I'm pretty sure all of the Infinity War trailers, the voiceover was Thanos because everyone was like, "Oh shit, Thanos! It's happening. Thanos is going down." Solo.
I love that he was a farmer. I love that he just went full farmer.
It's so cute. It was cute. Solo, the voiceover in the trailer was Emilia Clarke. This one, the voiceover is Nick Fury. Counter the words she said versus what Samuel L. Jackson said. Yeah, and I think that just shows that you don't have a lot of faith in the hero you're introducing. As a studio, you don't, for whatever reason, you as the studio don't have faith in that character. Otherwise, you'd be if you were excited about it and you thought we would be excited about it, you would be like, bam, here you go. You wouldn't try to hide that character behind someone else's more competent sounding voice. So that's my opinion. Because opinions.
What's an opinion, Jesse?
It's a thing.
Yay!
Was that helpful?
My point was that the complaint by and large wasn't that she was static, but that she wasn't smiling. My understanding is that stemmed from the you make the same face in every single thing. And again, even so, I don't think it was a you should smile because you'll be prettier when you smile thing. This is the Prime Minister of Plaid.
Hello, I'm here to represent Plaidandia.
He represents Plaidandia. Wonder Woman disguises some female empowerment propaganda film. For some reason, Marvel is doing that with this. Yes. Yeah. She's not Kristen Stewart. I don't know. She kind of looked that way in the thing. Yay! You have more character than Larson. All I care about is a good movie, no politics. Glad you made it back from Australia. You're not croc food. Thank you, 231184. I am not croc food. I did see a big ass croc. It was behind. It was safely penned in. Yeah. So yeah. No, thank you. And so Wonder Woman. Let's make a badass feminist film without making it obsessed with the fact that it's a badass feminist film. It just didn't, that's like the thing. It's when you're good at something, right? If I'm good at yelling, I don't walk around and be like, hey, did you know I'm really good at yelling? Hey, you want to see how good at yelling I am? I'm so good at yelling. If you're confident in the fact that you are a smart person, you don't walk around telling people how smart you are. Oh, did you know I'm really smart? By the way, I'm super smart. Like, in case you weren't aware, I'm super smart. So let me show you how smart I am. With that fucking tool bag in the bar that night. Remember the one that was hitting on Keisha? Insufferable one. Every conversation was like, I'm a really likable guy. I'm a really popular guy. I'm a really clever guy. I was really mean to him too, and he finally went away. I'd visit Victoria. That'd be cool. So yeah, like, yes, if you are those things, you don't need to dance around proclaiming that you are. If you are a film with powerful female characters, you don't need to dance around and be like, look at our powerful female characters. You just have powerful female characters. And the populace can figure that shit out for themselves. We don't need you to tell us what it is. It's just, Are you excited for what is WW84? I don't know what that is. That is a nice jersey. Thank you, Stephen Walton. Hi, Stephen Walton. Ellen Ripley. Yeah, total BA. No, that movie was not marketed as like, guys, watch this woman be cool. A Wonder Woman sequel. Yeah, I think it'll be neat. I'm interested to see where they go with it. I think it'll be neat. I like Gal Gadot in the role. It wasn't a perfect movie for me. I had flaws. I had issues with it. But I think I had flaws, yeah. But no, but I overall enjoyed it. Overall liked. I liked Gal Gadot in it. I thought that's like DC's best attempt at stuff. I'm also excited for the Aquaman movie because Jason Momoa is hot. Like, that's the only good reason I have to be excited for that movie. But I feel like it's a valid one. So I mean, look, I've all my life I've gone to movies for particular actors that I find attractive. I don't see why I would stop now. Best female led movies is The Long Kiss Goodnight. I haven't seen that, but now I'll have to check it out. build her up without cutting down others. Exactly, because a true strong person is strong in relation to the other strong people around them, not in relation to all the pathetic weaklings around them. Aquaman is cool. That's right. I think it's too soon to judge Captain Marvel. Some Marvel's teasers have been underwhelming. That's fair. That's my big statement is I have thus far seen nothing to get excited about. But I've also not seen anything to make me go like, this movie is going to be terrible. If you were going to make me vote, I would put a vote of no confidence in Brie Larson. But yeah, and then take over the Senate, and then become the Galactic Overlord. But anyway. Mulan, yes, Mulan, another example of a great female character. I love that movie. I've said this before. It does so many different versions of female empowerment in such positive ways. Because the best thing about that movie is it doesn't take this chick and be like, she's as strong as all the men. It's like, no, she's physically never going to be as capable as all these male soldiers, but she can use her brain and she can use her other talents and her other life experiences that she only has because she's female, living in the society that she lives in that has very specific delineated gender roles, to do good things. So she can smile. She has a very charming smile. She was a great character. Yeah. That's I didn't see Salt, but I heard things about it.
Salt?
It was a movie.
Oh yeah.
Some badass lady chick. Was it the Jennifer Garner one or something?
No, I think that was who's that famous actress that chopped off her boobs and adopted all the foreign kids?
Angelina Jolie. Yeah, I thought it was maybe her. Oh yeah, it was Angelina Jolie. Someone in the comments on my trailer review was like, I would like Jennifer Garner as Captain Marvel, and I'm like, really? Jennifer Garner for me is the least inspiring actress of all time. But the role was originally offered to Tom Cruise. Which role? Captain Marvel, because that would be interesting considering they were going with the female spin on that. Salt. Okay. Fair. I didn't know that. Guys, we have another visitor. I should play Captain Marvel. Thank you very much. Okay, I'll watch Peppermint. It does look cool. It does look badass. I just, again, don't find her inspiring, but I will allow myself to be wrong. Cat! Han Solo would not like to make an appearance in the live stream. He'd like to sit at my feet and stare at me, but too bad for him. He's going to be in the stream now. Hello, Han Solo. Say hello to your adoring public. Say hello. Say hello. This is not saying hello. This is trying to escape. On boy.
What was the last movie I saw with a strong female character, though? I'm just saying. Yeah, I saw.
He says hello. Also, get the fuck off of me. They're like the same word in his vocabulary. Do. Yeah, Sarah Connor. She good. Let me go, Human. He always looks pissed, though, especially when I'm holding him against his will. You just bury his face there and pretend that he's like an ostrich. Stick my head in the sand. The world will go away. It'll be fine. Meow, meow, meow. I'm trying to decide if I'm going to eat real dinner tonight or not.
There's like some mac and cheese in the fridge if you want.
No.
Like a bite.
A bite. That might be sufficient. Cuter than my cat, because my cat doesn't it? Aw, I'm sorry. Everyone should have. Not everyone should have cats. If you're allergic, you probably shouldn't have them.
Annihilation.
No, did not see that. No.
That was actually a fucking pretty okay movie.
Indeed. Didn't see it. It did not do very well at all.
No, it didn't do well at all because...
Good night, Catbull.
Didn't do well at all because the director was trash.
That's reasonable.
And so he made a very par movie out of what was a pretty okay book.
Okay. Good night. Whoever was saying good night to, Catbull. He is the best kitty. Where are you going? Bye, cat. Bye forever. He's gone. Never see him again. Ooh, la 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 la.
The antagonist in Blade Runner 2049 was a great character.
Haven't seen that.
Oh.
Also haven't seen 2 through 2048, so I got a lot of catching up to do.
Yeah. That's at least 48 movies to watch.
At least.
Because there's the 7 spin-offs.
Of course. Nom, 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 nom.
Um,
Ghostbusters 2016 is an example of how not to make a female-led film. Correct.
yes.
You were correct. Very few people will disagree with that. I'm tired.
Man, I'm trying to think of like movies with good female characters besides like the Alien series that already got put out there, and the ones that have already been said.
I mean, there's so many movies with good, and they're not necessarily the leads or like the main characters. Are you talking about specifically like leading females?
The Lobster.
Haven't seen that. I really want to see that.
It's a really good movie.
The Mission Impossible movies typically have very, very badass women.
It's true.
Especially the recent ones. Actually, Tandy Newton in Mission Impossible 2 is a badass. I love her in that movie. I mean, I can think of smaller roles like Connie Nielsen in Gladiator is a great example of a powerful woman who is a powerful mother as well, which is fun. She's just good at that.
The lady in 300 did good.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. That's another one, and I like those examples too, because these are women who are using their femininity for their power and embracing that part of themselves. Kill Bill's Beatrix Kiddo. Yep. Lena Headey. I don't know who that is, but you both just said it at the same time. So yes. Thelma and Louise, two badass women claiming their power. Halloween. Jamie Lee Curtis besides the screams. What kind of shampoo do you use? It's called John Frieda Go Blonder. Uses natural things like chamomile tea and lemon, citrus to enhance my natural highlights. Lena Cersei. Oh, okay. Yeah. Well, actually, I mean, Game of Thrones in general, it's not a movie, though. Game of Thrones in general is another great example of all of your different... the woman in 300 is Lena... Wait, that same one as Cersei?
It's the same actress.
I had no idea. How about that?
It's all in the face. You didn't see it?
No, I haven't seen the 300. I don't think I've watched the 300 since I started watching Game of Thrones, though.
It's way more obvious in the later seasons of Game of Thrones when her hair is short and darker.
Yeah. See, it's sometimes like if I see a movie and I haven't seen that movie in a minute and I see that character in something else for a long time, I don't necessarily make that association.
Like I didn't make the connection until she got her hair cut off, because like when it was long and bright blonde, it didn't connect in my brain. And then when they shaved it off and she's got like short brown hair, I was like, oh, hey.
Yeah, now that I'm thinking about it, I can picture it. That's the kind of thing where if I went back and watched that movie again, I'd be like, oh shit, that's Cersei. That kind of thing. Or like when I went back and watched Angels in the Outfield recently, and I'm like, oh shit, it's Matthew McConaughey.
But even more than Cersei, man, what's the giant lady's name? I forgot.
Brienne. Sorry. That's the whole thing with Game of Thrones, right? Game of Thrones, Princess Mononoke, yes, she's a good character. Game of Thrones has women that represent all different. They're powerful women who are powerful for all different reasons. And have different sort of tropes of powerful women. Like Catelyn Tully is the powerful mom. Just the powerful, caring mother. Sansa is your classic. Yep. Sansa is your sort of typical weak, pathetic female who goes on a journey to discover her strength and learn how to stand up for herself. Arya is like just non-gendered power. She's just very like her gender is not important to her character. Samus Aran, good call. What's her face? Daenerys is feminine, and uses that and uses her empathy and her compassion as part of what makes her a good ruler, while still being incredibly powerful and tough, as opposed to Cersei, who she understands she understands that she can't rule like a man, so how to use her femininity and her feminine wiles to be a ruler, to be a psycho ruler, but a ruler nonetheless, and how to use that to be manipulative in those ways. You have Asha Greyjoy, Yara in the show, Greyjoy, she's just the dude, right? She's the chick who's just the dude. She's one of the guys. She can hang with the bros. She's just one of the dudes. And then you have Brienne, who is like wants to have the things that the guys have. Like, I want to live the guy's life, but still be female. And like, I want to have that job that's a male job because this is where I fit and this is me, while also being still somewhat feminine and like wanting a man and things like that. So it's a really fascinating show for those reasons, because you really get so many different. And you get this with the men as well too. You get all different types of leaders as well. Buttercup in The Princess. No, Buttercup is the most pathetic woman ever in The Princess Bride.
I want to make a side note. Someone said Samus Aran.
Yeah.
You don't notice it in the game because there's no other humans in the game, so there's no like reference. When I was a kid, I had Nintendo Power, and they did an article on Samus Aran. Fun fact: she is 6'8" and 260 pounds.
Yeah, that's funny.
She is gigantic and jacked as fuck.
And it's all in her upper body apparently, because her legs are skinny.
Yeah,
she skipped leg day, all arm day. Asha is 10,000 times the character that Yara is. They are the same, but they really aren't. Yeah, no, I get what you mean. I think it's more screen time really than writing. I think they actually do an okay job with Yara. They just don't give her enough to do. Ahsoka Tano, Clone Wars. Yep. There are badass women all over the place when you stop to look for them. But the thing is, one of the reasons that you have a hard time sitting down and being like, who are those badass women? Because you just watch the movie and you're like, oh man, that was a great character. I liked her. Because you're not like, oh my God, what a badass woman. We should tell the world and spread the message about feminism in this movie and how badass that lady is because feminism. You're just like, that was cool. And that's how it should be. We should look at these things and be like, she was awesome. I loved her character and accept that as normal. Oh, this is the Prime Minister of Plaid. He's around.
People forget about me.
I guess so.
I just got one of those faces.
Blade Runner for love. Her mere presence is just so dominant. I would love to check that out. That sounds fun. Yeah. So yeah, no, but that's the thing is if you stop to think about it and you dig into it, you're like all these characters, so many awesome characters who are badass and strong for so many reasons. And some of these Meryl Streep in all of the movies. Yeah, and some of these characters too. That's one of the problems is that if you took a SJW feminist and show them these characters, all they're going to do is find ways for you. They're going to find ways where these characters aren't perfect, or they're victims of the patriarchy, or they act a certain way because of the patriarchy. Yeah, because they can't accept that. No, you can actually have a flawed female character. That's actually very reasonable to do because we're flawed people. We're humans are flawed, and it's unrealistic and uninspiring to have a woman who's just perfect all the time.
I recommend Metroid Prime Echoes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Star Wars Carrie Fisher. I agree. Moto Kusanagi in Ghost in the Shell. Helen Mirren in Teaching Mrs. Tingle. I have never heard of that before.
As long as it's the animated Ghost in the Shell, the live action was a fat bag of trash.
I didn't see it. Have you played any video games lately? Nope. All hail the patriarchy. I'm not going to go that far, dude, all right? It was before she was big. Cool. Helen Mirren before she was big. I will check that out at some point. In other news, my toe hurts. Just want to share that with you.
What happened to it?
I wore the shoes I wore yesterday. I wore them for too long, and it started to get a little smushy. So, and then I wore shoes today that weren't bad for it, but like put a little pressure on it. So now it's still like, bruisey.
You know, it's another good one.
What?
Do you remember what the name of the princess was in Nausicaa?
I don't know what Nausicaa is.
Nausicaa and the Valley of the Wind is a graphic novel series,
I don't
and Miyazaki made into a film.
Oh,
anyways,
I don't watch a lot of
there's Nausicaa is like this princess and whatever. She's a cute princess. On the other side of the Marduk Empire is led by like 3 siblings and their father. It's 2 brothers and a sister, and the sister is just fucking out of this world awesome. She also becomes like the main character.
Also, cinematographic is not wrong. Jesse Milestone's toe did get into a car accident, but that was before Australia. It's better from that now.
It's true.
What are you going to do for Halloween? Undecided. Probably not put that much effort into a costume because I don't. Unless Kelly pulls together Powerpuff Girls costumes, in which case that's Bubbles. I'm Blossom, and she's Buttercup. No, I'm Bubbles, Buttercup, and she's Blossom.
You should dress up as Captain Marvel, I hear.
I can do that too. Oh, someone was like, if we send you a Captain Marvel outfit, would you do that? Yes, I would. So if you send me a Captain Marvel outfit, I will dress up as her.
Wait, are you even here for Halloween?
Yeah, actually.
That's like that one weekend you're in. That is the only weekend in October you're here.
That's why we're going to Halloween Horror Nights that Sunday.
That's amazing. Wait, whatever.
October 28th. We had this conversation.
Was I drunk?
I don't know.
Oh, fuck yeah. I already put it in there.
Good job. And we're getting front of the line passes because it's just not possible. It's not feasible to do all of the lines without it.
Okay.
Yeah, then we had the conversation at the open mic the other night. Anyway.
I was very drunk at the open mic.
Oh, okay. Yeah, you were very drunk. Wrap yourself in tinfoil as go as leftovers. Lol. Halloween Horror Nights. Yeah, straight up though. Like I said, we are doing the express passes because you just can't get to all the mazes without them. So, let all be known. All are welcome, but you must be down with that. If you are not down with that, you can still come. We'll just wave at you after we go through all the mazes while you're still waiting in line. So that wasn't directed specifically at you, Kelly. It was directed at whoever wants to come with us to Halloween Horror Nights. But that's the thing. You guys have my business address. It's in the About section of this. Tony Clark. Hey, how's it going? Did you see the Captain SJW costume reply? I got you covered for Halloween. I did not see it. Let me go find it. Maybe I just missed it. It's gone forever. Honestly, though, if you want to have a Miles Entertainment costume contest, and by that I mean send me a costume, I will wear it. If I receive multiple costumes, I will wear all of them at various points around Halloween.
No, don't do that. Wear them all at the same time.
All at the same time. I'll probably do that on Halloween. I'll wear them all at once.
Dude, you got like a trunk, 4 limbs, and a head.
There you go. 11 in Stranger Things. She's dope. That's a cheap suit. Yeah, but I have to like shave my head. And I don't want to do that. But yeah. Also, 11 is another powerful lady person. Kim Possible, yeah. But yeah, you guys have if you don't have the Miles Entertainment business address, I will send it to you. Sending you the Miles Entertainment business address. So you can send me things. And if anybody sends me a costume, I will wear it on or around Halloween. Promise. Because I care about you guys. With the exception, it has to cover the things that I would get arrested for exposing in public. And that's mostly my only criteria, but I reserve the right to use my own discretion. So if you're like, I sent you a dick, actually, if you sent me a giant dick costume, I would definitely wear that. But if you sent me a giant vagina costume, I might not. Sending a Chewbacca costume, dope. I'd wear the shit out of that and sweat to death because I live in Los Angeles. Yeah, huh?
I was gonna say I actually have a full gorilla outfit.
Is it here?
Yeah,
it's amazing. Yeah. So there you go. If you guys want to send me my Halloween costume, you're more than welcome to do so. Whew, okay. What? Ah! Why?
My ex and I went as Harambe for Halloween a few years back, so I still have the gorilla costume.
That's amazing. Harambe lives. Harambe lives. All right. I feel like it's time to go watch more BoJack Horseman.
BoJack Horseman?
Did you finish it while I was gone today?
Oh, no, I wanted to, but instead I watched Berserk.
You're so good to me. Thinking of sending you. Oh, I wear the shit out of a Black Widow costume. That'd be good. I'd be good at that. I'd be very, very good at that. But yeah, I think that that we've had Chewbacca wearing a Slave Leia outfit. Yes! Oh my god, that's amazing. I would also wear the shit out of that. Dude, just send me the Chewbacca. I have the Slave Leia. I'll put it on over top. It'll be great.
Can't even handle it.
It'll be so great. Dude, I want Slave Leia. I want Slave Leia Baka now. I want this. This is what I want.
Chewleia.
Chewleia. Should dress like a Jawa. That's easy to do, but I would walk around on my knees. I should dress Jolene as a Jawa.
Aren't we just taking advantage of the fact that she's a very small person now?
No.
I see. It's okay when you do it.
Yes, it is okay when I do it. She's my student. I can abuse her if I want to, but that's... I will not be putting the Slave Leia costume on now. That sounds like effort, and you guys have to earn that shit. That's like a I raise $1 bajillion for something for me wearing the Slave Leia costume in a short period of time.
If you raise even more money than that, I'll wear the Slave Leia costume.
There you go. $2 bajillion, and Prime Minister Platt wears Slave Leia. Yeah.
I got the chest hair to go with it. It's great.
I'm very excited now. I want this to happen. $1 bajillion. So yeah, that'll look for that upcoming in your future. The live stream to raise money to put the Prime Minister plaid in the slave Leia outfit. €100 super chat if Jess puts it in. You have my word that if you send me a €100 super chat, I will go put that shit on.
What's that in USD?
More than $100.
Oh.
You have my word. You can take my word or leave it. Ghost in a Shell bodysuit costume is coming here. Okay. I'm excited. I'm excited for all of these fun costumes I'm going to get to wear. It's going to be great. I'll do videos in all of them. Make God Empress costume. I should just make like the God Empresses. I should just pick like an outfit I really like and be like, this is the outfit of the God Empress.
Huh?
All should.
You already have the head mark.
I do, but that's stupid. That's already exists. I feel like it's just me dressed as Han Solo, though. That's like, people are like, oh, are you Han Solo? No, I'm God Empress Jessie Milestone. That's what, we're like the same person, but I'm female. Giraffe neck to cosplay as Holdo. True. I am no Laura Dern. No, straight up, if you trust me, which you should, because I'm a trustworthy person, if you send me a €100 super chat, I will go put it on right now. It's in my closet. I can just go grab it. Have a Raven costume from Teen Titans. I can pull off Raven. I got the emo hair going on right now, so yeah.
Oh man, I can just put on my lab coat and be a scientist.
You could do that. Oh hi, chilling homie. We're chilling. Somebody is teasing the possibility of sending a €100 super chat so that I put on my slave Leia outfit, which is a thing I will definitely do if it happens. So, yes, that is correct. Kelly has seen it. Kelly has worn it. I have worn it. I have worn it I wore it for Halloween. I wore it on a shoot where they needed Star Wars cosplayers. Yeah. It's my life. Life is slave Leia. These are real things.
Well, good night, everybody. I'm gonna wander over there.
Oh, goodbye, Prime Minister Plaid. All right, I think I'm gonna shut this shit down since I don't think Tony Clark is coming through with that super chat. But yeah, yeah. If anyone else has anything interesting to say, I'm gonna give you a minute to say it, and then I'm gonna go watch BoJack Horseman because it makes me happy. Aw, night, chilling homie. Night. Good night, guys. Love you too, Kelly. No, I'm gonna watch BoJack Horseman because it's more important than sleep. I made that decision last night too, and it's still a good decision. But yeah, good night. Oh, and then I can finish BoJack Horseman, and I can give my spoiler-free BoJack Horseman season 5 review, or something. Or yeah, I have a fun video upcoming about what an SJW is and isn't, because some people don't know and some people are wrong. But yes. Oh, Big Steve. Hi. I just noticed you, and bye. Love you guys. Bedtime calls. Good night, beautiful people. Good night. Yes, I do really want